That's the first thing people hear when we go live.
Can you hear us? Can you hear? Well, yep.
We hear that.
Is it because the mic is on?
It's because we turned it up for somebody the other day.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
You can?
Yeah.
Is it loud?
No.
No.
It's all right.
Weird. Okay.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
This is Kyle McCarley. Some of you were asking who is the voice of Marc / Reverser in the most recent Miraculous Ladybug episode. And I wanted, since we're here working on a different project, don't be all, oh, Marc is coming back for another episode, or, oh, Marc is go blah blah.
Yeah.
Nope. No.
If that were happening, we wouldn't be able to say anything about it anyway.
True. But we were working on a much different show, way more grown up,
Yeah.
dealing with more serious relationship issues than the things that happen in Miraculous Ladybug.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to make a formal introduction to Kyle McCarley, to the Miraculous Ladybug fandom, or otherwise known as the Miraculars.
Hi, Miraculars.
Alright.
That's a great fan base name.
It's the best fandom. Now, you're part of a couple of different projects that also have a fan base, don't they?
Yes.
Which ones, do they have a cool name like Miraculars?
I don't. Not that I know
Not
of.
that I know of either. What are some of the sort of stories or animes that you've been a part of? Well, let me just do a little plug. Kyle McCarley right here, brilliant in Be the Beginning.
What a great show.
Amazing. He
The
is
director
the voice,
on that show is pretty great, too.
That's me. He is the voice of Koku, and the character design is beautiful for Koku. I love Koku's eye.
Yeah.
His special eye
Yeah.
and his wings and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Anyway, if you have not seen Be the Beginning, and let's say you're maybe 14 years old,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably
14 years old, then you should check out Be the Beginning on anime. But it does not have a fan base yet.
Yeah.
There are no beginners.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
And they added a thing now. If you go to Netflix,
Yes, I
you
did it
can
because
do
it's
the-
mine.
yeah, you
Yes,
can do the
I did it.
profile,
I
yeah.
did it.
The
So my
profile
profile,
picture.
because there's no Koku.
There is.
Does he have a blue eye?
No, it's
No.
human Koku.
I don't want human Koku.
Oh,
I want
okay.
blue eye Koku.
They have Keith, human Koku,
And Lily.
and Lily.
And
then
Be the
and the
Beginning
Be the
logo.
Beginning logo.
Oh my God, high up. Were you
Yeah.
psyched when you saw that?
Oh yeah.
Is that
Somebody-
the only show you're on Netflix that has that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
good. So, yeah, I did the same thing. So when I go to my Netflix, and I'm like, because it's my profile, Sarah's profile, Jacob, and Sabrina. We all have our own little
Yeah.
squares, right?
Yeah.
And for a long time, it was like, I don't know, just like I forgot even what it was.
Just one of the smiley faces.
One of
or
the
something.
smiley
Yeah.
faces, or like a penguin face, or something like
Yeah,
that, like
yeah.
a outline, a silhouette. And then Sarah contacted me. She says, Dad, this new thing is happening on Netflix, and you can pick from your favorite show, and Be the Beginning is on it. And I was like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you picked your character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you. What other animes are you in that has like maybe a following, perhaps?
Well, if you're a fan of Gundam,
Gundam.
I'm Mikazuki August in Iron Blooded Orphans, which was on Toonami
Yeah.
for 2 years.
Wow.
I'm Mob from Mob Psycho 100, which has a pretty good following for the subtitle. A lot of people don't know that the dub even
Is
exists.
it real? But Mob Psycho, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a pretty cool show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Rio in Devilman Crybaby.
Oh yes, that's a big one.
Very-
Devilman Crybaby.
Very adult show.
That's got to be 18 or older for that
18
one.
plus, definitely.
Yes, that's right.
I'm trying to think of other animes that I'm in that have a big following.
Huh.
Some video games. I'm the probably my biggest claim to fame is 9S in Nier Automata,
Ooh, Nier Automata.
or Automata, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
How to pronounce that title.
Yeah,
And Ulm in Fire Emblem Echoes and
those are fun games.
Fire Emblem Heroes.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kyle. A lot of people here love that news, but I think they're chomping at the bit to talk a little bit Miraculous Ladybug with you.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do a little Miraculous Ladybug talk? If you do, about Marc, let me see you tap some of those hearts, because that'll get the love going here.
I'm seeing a lot of hearts.
I'm going to start off with a question until either you spot one or I spot one, and then I'll just go ahead and, we'll catch a question and ask it. But I'm going to start with one question to begin with. I don't know about the Funko Pops, by the way, other than Cat Noir, Ladybug, and Hawkmoth. Okay. So there was someone who asked me, a Miracular asked me early on, right when Reverser came out, and they said, is Mark straight or gay? Is he an LGBTQ character on the show or what? Like, I'll tell you what my answer was first. So just to let
Sure,
you know where
yeah.
I was with that.
Yeah.
So that question came our way. What is my favorite part of working on the show? Okay, remember that because I like
Okay.
that person. Her name is
Okay.
Sarah. Okay. So my answer to is Mark an LGBTQ character or not? And I said it is not my place to determine if Mark is anything. I said that is all in the experience of the viewer because
Yeah.
we don't really give any particular direct answer for how you should view this character. We don't label, we don't acknowledge any.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, but he's wearing like a rainbow, this and that, and he does. It seems like he's got a crush on Nathaniel. And
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can read into all of that stuff or not. That's
Sure.
entirely up to you.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering what your thoughts are, Kyle.
My thoughts?
Yeah. I thought that was kind of an interesting question and an observation. And I mean, I think that if there's any show that would do something like that, a show quite as diverse as Miraculous Ladybug,
Yeah.
then I would say perhaps yes, but I can't definitively say yes or not.
Sure. Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
I like your answer in that it's not our place to say,
Right.
because I don't think that it's I don't think that the answer to that question is terribly important to telling the story.
Right. I do think it is important, not to the story, but to the fan
Oh,
who is
absolutely.
looking to find a character
Yeah.
that they also can identify
And-
with and feel like they're represented.
And I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
So, but I think in the eyes of the viewer, then I think if you think he is, then he
Then
probably
he
is.
Totally my answer. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I said. If you
Yeah,
want him
and-
to be, then he is. If you don't want him to be, he's what you want him to be. Just like people say, oh my gosh, I think that this is a ship, this character and that character. I'm like, if you like that,
Yeah.
and that's great,
Go for
that's
it.
great.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it spoils his story one way or the other
Mhm.
to label him or categorize him with one.
One particular
Yeah,
label.
yeah.
I completely agree. All right, so Sarah asked a question earlier. She says, what's my favorite part of working on the show? And my favorite part of working on the show is working with all of the great people, working with Mike Fox, who's one of the great people. It- Oh, damn. It is one of the great things of working with the show at this point is getting a new episode and seeing what's going on, and Mike and I saying, oh boy, the fans are going to freak out when they see this. Like on the very first episode when they were at the dance scene, I think it was Chloe's birthday party, and we saw Marinette and Adrian dancing together, and she rests her cheek on his shoulder, and he puts his and like Alia wraps whatever. You don't know this. You don't know this.
Spoilers.
No, it's already out. It's on Netflix. Watch it. We were like, oh, they're gonna. No way! What? So it's like we fanboy over here for all of the fans that will be freaking out. So that is definitely one of my favorite parts of working on the show. Is at this point now.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was, this is a really cool show. Can't wait to see it. Look at the stuff that's happening on the internet. Look what's going on at conventions. Look at these cool cosplayers. Like that the snowball effect was also very cool.
Yeah.
But at this point, getting to work with great people. And also, Kyle and I were working together on Be the Beginning first.
Yeah.
And then I said, I got something for your amazing voice.
Yeah.
Come on over here to Miraculous Ladybug. And didn't he do a great job as Mark, you guys? People are loving your character.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I think it's and I think that whole I mean, whether he is or he isn't LGBT,
Right.
I think that's important to have that representation in there. So I think it's cool that that's resonating with people.
I definitely do too. Let's see, what other... What's it like to be working for Miraculous? It's fun. I'm going to just go ahead and scroll down and see if there was a question that we caught. Kyle, oh, here's one for you, dude. What does that say?
What has your experience been like so far working with the Miraculous Ladybug crew?
That's from Luke Noir. Thank you for your question.
Well, the way that we record Miraculous and a lot of other
Yeah,
shows, a lot of
live
dubs and
action
stuff.
shows. Yeah.
I as an actor, I work with Ezra as the director, and Mike as the engineer, and maybe there's a client or two in the room, and that's about it. So I don't get to, Bryce and Christina and whoever else. I don't like. I see them in passing on my way to and from the studio. We don't work together really.
That's true. It's not like you guys are doing scenes together.
Yeah. We play off of each other if whoever's recorded first, you get to play off of that. But we record one at a time. So working with Ezra and Mike is always a joy. I love coming into this studio.
You're sweet. You did an awesome job as Mark.
Thank
says
you.
Blanca.
Thank you.
Who is your favorite character in Miraculous Ladybug? That's a real common question. Do you see yourself as Mark? And do you relate to him? Really nice question. Hold on. Who asked that one? That was Grenin Jestrom. Really good question. Sorry if I said your name wrong.
Greninja Storm. I don't know.
Oh, was it?
I don't know.
Wait, was it a
GRE something?
Was it a
I don't know what,
green Ninja Storm?
Ninja Storm. Greninja Storm.
How did you read Ninja Storm?
You're
You're amazing. All right, what was the
Anyway,
question? Do you see yourself as Mark? Do you relate to Mark in any way like that? He was a fan fiction writer. Let me remind you of the character.
Yeah.
He was shy. He is, I should say. He is shy, kind of quiet, loves fan fiction, writes a lot of it.
Yeah.
And Marinette thought that it would be a good idea to pair him with Nathaniel, because
Right.
he is an illustrator.
Right.
And your stories were all about, like, a special relationship because you love Ladybug and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I have often said, going to like conventions and stuff and seeing how big of a fan some of the fans are of all the stuff that's out there. I wish that I could be as big of a fan about something as they are about whatever
Man,
it is
you
that they're such
are
a big fan.
so right. I am myself. I do not think I'm a part of a fandom like that.
Yeah.
I don't have anything where I'm like, oh, I got to collect it. I got to go do this. I got to go visit it. I want to meet these people.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I think the closest I've come to for that would be with maybe with Doctor Who, maybe with Star Wars.
Are there any
maybe with
music,
Firefly, I don't
any
know.
bands, any music actors? See? I mean, it's like
yeah.
what you're doing.
I appreciate
You're saying
these
I
people,
could,
and I
mean,
like
by
them,
by
but I'm not.
stretch, but it's not like I'm going
I'm
to
not
this
the
thing.
kind of fan like Mark is, where I'm like, I'm all about Ladybug,
Right?
And I love that passion, and I love to see that passion from people, and I wish I were as big of
as
a,
passionate as some
yeah.
of the people, some of you
Yeah.
guys that we get to meet.
But I can relate to Mark on the front of his feeling of aloneness, because I think we've all experienced something like that with that, because he feels he's shy, and then he ends up feeling slighted, but ultimately that comes from a place of feeling different, of feeling other.
How about this? In the episode, when Nathaniel thinks that the diary, the book of writing, is not from Marinette, not from Ladybug, but it's actually from you, and he gets mad and he rips the book. Remember, he sort of rips your journal.
Yeah.
Have you ever had something where someone found out a secret and sort of threw it back in your face and said, "Oh, I can't believe you," sort of embarrassed you in such a way with something as private?
I don't believe I have had
Neither have
something
I.
like that. I'm not that private of a person to begin with. So
Right, so it's not like you're keeping anything
like
hush-hush.
I don't have.
Plus,
a
you're
whole
not shy and private like Mark was.
Right. Yeah.
Here we have something from Miraculous Ladybug Fan 2000 Ninja Storm. Okay, do you think the Ninja Storm I added? Do you think Mark looked like the character from Big Hero 6, and is it related with him?
Not a thought that I had.
Not a thought that I had either.
When watching it. Now that you say it, I guess I can see it.
How long ago did we record Reverser?
2 or 3 months ago.
I would think so.
guessing? Something like that.
Yeah, I think so. It was a couple of months ago, but not very, very long.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have?
Which is
Please stop asking about the Luca? The look-alike between Mark and the hero. Oh, so sorry, you guys. I didn't even mean to. Doctor Who. Someone is Doctor Who. Is what is the hardest part of the episode to make? When did you start voice acting? You did an amazing job as Mark, by the way, from Lady Buggle. How
Well,
long have you been voice acting?
Thank you, Lady Buggle. I have been
Lady Dot.
Lady Dot Buggle. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have been I've been voice acting full-time professionally for 8 years now, something like that. I broke into the anime scene about 3 or 4 years ago now. I think.
Nice. There are a lot of Big Hero 6 things here. I don't know.
A lot of people debating whether or not he was...
No, Sarah was here, my daughter was here, and now she's gone. Dang it. Sarah, don't leave. Sarah, don't leave. What's the hardest part? Oh, someone said, can you do an impersonation of Mark's as Reverser? And you cannot. And I'll tell you why. It's not for any reasons that we might think like, oh, no, I'm not allowed to do the voice, or you have, some sort of exclusivity, proprietary, none of those reasons. It is because, you haven't seen the episode yet.
No.
It is because when Mark gets turned into Reverser, there is an effect on Reverser's voice to make him sound more powerful.
I didn't even know that.
Yes, and it's really cool. It's a good voice, but you'll hear it and you'll be like, oh, okay, there's a little something special on it. So his voice is his voice as Mark. This is Mark right here, although it's Kyle.
Yeah, I think I did a character voice for him.
You
a little.
did?
I think I younged him up a little bit.
Let me hear how I was young.
I think he was a little bit younger, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Maybe?
was.
Something like...
And he was kind of shy about
a
it.
little bit, and a little quiet and shy, I think this was somewhere around here.
Say something like this. I'm making up the lines, but... oh, no, Marinette, I don't think I should do that right now.
Oh, no, Marinette, I don't think I should do that right now.
That's right. That's exactly
Something
how...
like that?
That was how Mark sounded. Yeah, that was definitely good. All right, let's go and see. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it to edit the recorded voices in an episode? That's a great question. We record them here, but we send them off to France, and that's where they do the editing. So we don't actually do the editing here. Mark and Marinette. Okay, so let's see. I wish I can be... No, we're looking for a question. Would you want to work on another episode of Miraculous?
Absolutely.
Panda. Which character was your favorite character to voice? And well, he did one so far. Ezra, do you plan on doing more voice acting? I know you've done a couple of characters in Miraculous Ladybug, but do you plan on getting into more? Well, that's a great question. I do spend a lot of time in the director chair, but I also, every now and then, get out and in front of the microphone, and I've done quite a few things, just this month, in fact. It's been pretty fun.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when all those shows get out. What advice can you give to people like me that want to get into voice acting? Love you. And this is from, how would you read that one?
Ines
Mireles.
Yeah.
Ines Mireles. All right, there's no ninja in that name. Okay.
Ninja Storm. So, advice that I would give, I want to be a voiceactor.com. Is the first thing that I throw out.
You want to be...
I want to be a voiceactor.com.
Oh, what is that?
It's a website that a voice actor by the name of D. Bradley Baker put together that is just a treasure trove of information for aspiring voice actors.
Is that the answer you would give at conventions or panels?
Yeah, I always mention that because it's that question is so you can't answer that question if you take an hour to answer it.
Right.
So I always mention. I mean,
go there, read, poke around,
read
look.
stuff. Yeah, and yeah.
I want to be a voiceactor.com. That's pretty great. So that answers that one. Here we have from Sarah with 2 A's, .kos or cos. What do you think of the theory about Mark being Marinette and Adrian's future son? Now that's weird. Now you're a Whovian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there time travel involved in Miraculous?
No, but this is like skewing a timeline, right? It's saying, I mean, they're all the same age. So what if we sort of like mess up a timeline and we assume that Marinette and Adrian not only get married, but also have a family, and that child would then be you.
And
I mean,
Go
that's
back in time to be a kid with
I don't
them?
I don't even know if it's to go back in time. Maybe we just hold Mark in Arrested Development, and we have Marinette and Adrian grow old, they get married, and then they're like, all right, youngin, you can be our teenage son now.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It makes zero sense. Let's see. Can I work on Miraculous as a voice actor? Of course you can. Everyone can. Can we hear more of Mark? Question, please. Nope, we already did it. Are you going to be in New York Comic Con?
Don't think so. I don't even know when it is. It actually, but if you're curious about my specific convention calendar,
Yes, what is it?
KyleMcCarley.com/conventions.
What? You have a whole
I have
tab?
a little calendar for.
You are
where I'm
so
gonna be.
good. Do you go to a lot of conventions?
Around 5 a year. I'm trying to bump it up a little bit more.
5 a
than
year.
that.
And when you
Yeah.
go, do you have like a big show? Do you do like a big something?
I have a few panel options that I give to the convention organizer and
like
say,
what are the titles?
Pick different, I have a getting started in voiceover panel.
Okay.
I have a
and you just say, go to I want to be a voice actor.com.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming up. Bye everybody. I'll sign your pictures.
I have a whole like PowerPoint presentation thing that I go through. I have one on audiobooks. It's similar because I do a lot of audiobooks. I have a really cool panel that I've only done once so far. That is it's called the Irregular Retro Gaming Gauntlet, and I host this tournament where I bring up 4 people at random from the audience to come and play old school video games against each other. And
I like that.
Yeah.
When you say old school, do you mean Pac-Man?
I mean
Space Invaders, or do you mean like old school Zelda?
Well, and it's irregular retro because it's retro games that nobody remembers, that nobody's heard of.
Wow. And you carry that around with you, your system and the games?
Yeah.
That's fun. All right, guys. Well, we've taken enough of Kyle's time. We want to say thank you for joining us. We can find you at KyleMcCarley.com.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And how would we follow you on your social medias?
I'm most active on Twitter, which is at Kyle McCarley.
Yeah, he is active. And you want to know what? I will tell you this. Sorry about the squeak. Kyle is very funny on Twitter. You've got a great sense of humor when you're funny. Like when you want to do something funny.
When I want to be funny.
When you're making like when we were doing our Be the Beginning live tweets.
Oh yeah.
Your comments were so very funny.
That's what a live tweet's all about, is making
fun of See what I'm saying?
Making fun of the show that we worked so hard.
Yes, he's also very passionate about something that, either bothers him or he is, on board with or whatever it is. So Kyle's got a real strong voice on Twitter. Make sure that you follow him there and say hello to him every now and then, because he certainly likes the company.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out and saying hi to all of the Miraculous.
Thanks for letting me hang out.
Welcome to the Miraculous Ladybug community. The Miraculars love you.
I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you later. Ta-da.